A Nova Scotia veteran is being remembered 75 years after he joined his comrades in storming Normandy Beach on D-Day, coming up in June. Private George Baker is the face now of the Canadian Mint's commemorative anniversary coin. And as Preston Mulligan reports, Baker's daughter is learning a whole new side to her father.
This is June 6, 1944. A group of soldiers from the North Shore New Brunswick Regiment wait in line to run off the landing craft and storm the beach at Normandy. As one soldier pats him on the back, Private George Baker looks back nervously before it's his turn.
And here is your father, who is now on a coin by the Royal Canadian Mint.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Let me take it out so you can have a closer look at it.
The Mint used that image for its commemorative coin and presented it to Baker's daughter, Karen McLeod. She'd never seen the grainy video of her father or the coin, showing him looking nervously behind him as his friend reassures him. She can imagine, though, what he was thinking.
I think he would have been scared and anxious, but he would have went for it because that was his job.
McLeod says her father never spoke of D-Day or his service in World War II. He wasn't a man for celebration or ceremony like this one. But she says he always remembered his friends.
My father probably would not be here, sorry. But if he was, he'd probably be proud and happy.
Yes.
Very proud, very proud. He was very proud to be in that regiment, I know.
The regiment's commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Renald Dufour, says the coin is a tribute to every Canadian soldier who was on the beach that day.
The fact that the Mint produced this high-quality coin, it is a remarkable and world-class act. That's a tribute to our, basically, members that fought during the Second World War.
For McLeod, it's a side of her father she says she didn't know until now.
And not only the discovery of the picture, a whole new discovery of my father.
Yes.
You know, like, I look at my father in a different light, right? It's a whole new discovery of him.
George Baker survived the war. He died in 2003. Preston Mulligan, CBC News, Liverpool.
But you're going to meet someone right now who played a pivotal role in determining who George Baker is and was. Good morning, Brandon Savage. Hello.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, this is going to be such a great conversation. Brandon Savage is a high school teacher in Miramichi. So knowing that tells me nothing about how you solve this mystery. That's what we're going to uncover. Tell me, you have a personal family history, as so many do, to the Second World War. But how did you even get involved in this, Brandon?
Well, I mean, really, my influence is my grandfather, who was with the North Shore Regiment and landed on D-Day. And his sharing of his experiences led me to the career path that I'm on and a lot of other different initiatives related to the North Shore and the history of the Second World War. My involvement, I've done other research, as I said, in the past with the North Shore. And when the Mint reached out last month to inform them that this coin was being released, and so they pondered the question, who was this fella who looks back at the camera? And the all-call went out to myself and a few other individuals who have collaborated with the regiment in the past for other historical initiatives, and we set out on an investigation. Okay, so the Mint had already decided on this coin. So they knew they had this picture, but they didn't know who it was who was actually turning around the soldier whom they were commemorating. So they reached out to you, and you went off in a research mission to solve the mystery. And how did you do it? Yeah, it was really kind of a connected dot puzzle, really, to describe it best. I mean, we really were only working on information to start off with, based on Dr. Milner, who 10 years ago was doing a research for a book on the North Shore Regiment, had talked to a veteran, and he had identified, that veteran identified the man as a Private Baker. From there, we went through the original landing roster of the North Shore and identified one Baker. And this would have been about a week after we realized the Mint was releasing this coin. And but from there, we were able to get a serial number. The serial number told us that that this individual had enlisted in Nova Scotia. Right. And then we were able to get from Veterans Affairs the date of death. And then from there, I was able to take all these pieces of information, look at a grave database, looking through a number of individuals with the last name of Baker around the same time of death, was able to piece together this one individual, George Baker, as maybe being the possible person. From there, a quick search again, found a daughter of his, was able to make contact, and then made a call to see if we were on the right track.
Okay, my gosh, this is Murdoch Mysteries right here. You should be you should be on the show. What a sleuth you are! Was there not something? Just a quick little detail. There's something on the patch too. There was an F on the patch or something like that. That was something that sparked a bit of interest. Well,
the F on the patch was in connection with the serial number, so it allowed us to because in the beginning we believed, well, because the North Shore Regiment is based in New Brunswick, that this individual would be from New Brunswick. So we started off on that path. The serial number and the app on the patch was able to direct us more into the Nova Scotia area, which was right.
All of that. Following all of those minute clues led, as you said, to Private Baker's daughter. You actually made the call to her. Tell me about that.
Well, it was pretty exciting. I had to hold back a lot of my excitement because, again, I didn't know for sure if I was on the right track, but I had good suspicion to believe that I was. And plus, I'm just a random individual calling to ask about a relative of hers. So, I explained why I was calling, and I verified that her father indeed was a World War II veteran who had served in the North Shore Regiment. Following that, I asked her if she had witnessed the video footage of the famous D-Day footage of the North Shore, which she had. So I sent her a clip over email and told her if she wouldn't mind to watch over the footage and tell me if it was her father that was the man who turns around to the camera. And I said I would call her back. Anyway, I was very eager. I waited about 10 minutes or so to give her some time to look at it, called her right back, and immediately she picked up the phone and very emotional said, yes, that's my father. That's him when he was younger.
And then we've heard her, because we've been playing this report this morning, there she is receiving the coin, how she's discovered a whole new side of him as a result of you. I'm out of time with you. I'm so sorry, because what a fantastic story. But thank you for helping us understand the soldier in the coin and the story of the soldier in the coin, and how exciting for you with this big anniversary coming up. What a pleasure to meet you, Brandon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The pleasure's mine.
Brandon Savage with me this morning.